welcome back to another episode of the Dragon's Den. Pardon my voice, I haven't used it for some time. I got back from the movies today, so bear with me.
Mashing.
As usual, I'm accompanied by Inferno, who's, I think, playing Destiny.
Dress up.
Um, so,
Mainly because I can never settle on one look,
so that's what he will be doing. As we always do, we thank everybody who supports us and listens to the episodes. Shout out to our listener in Japan
Hello!
to add to our region list that we are collecting. So hope you enjoyed the time here and you continue to listen throughout. As well as anyone that you may share it with, etc., etc. So we're just gonna jump right into it because today is a rant day.
Oh.
And
Man,
you're going to know.
You woke up on the wrong side of the bed, didn't you?
No, I didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
True, you didn't sleep.
I didn't sleep. So we're gonna start with a high note. I've been watching anime. Here's the reason
Progress.
for the rant. Bleach can go fuck itself.
Probably should figure it's gonna be Bleach related.
It can go fuck itself. It can go fuck itself with the dirtiest pole that can be found.
Oh dear God!
I have never been more infuriated by a few episodes in my life since the freaking beginning of Shield Hero.
Ooh, man, and those episodes were meant to make you hate them.
Yes. Obviously, I'm not going to spoil anything, but explain to me why the last 3 episodes since, shit hit the fan has just been hey, we're trying to combat this. Oh, by the way, it doesn't matter. Cool. Well, what if we try this? That's hilarious. It doesn't matter because we just have bullshit powers and are protected by plot armor of the gods.
Yeah, no, the Quincy's like I was actually talking to someone else about this recently, just because we obviously read the manga, so we know what's supposed to be going on. So now we're actually seeing animated. But yeah, no, it's even when we were reading the manga, we're just like, Kubo, what are you doing? Because the amount of plot armor and just overpoweredness of a lot of these Quincy's makes no sense.
Just straight. It has been the biggest middle finger for a while. No, just against
in general,
everybody, just in general. But yes, specifically in the case of the Soul Reapers, but which leads into what I wanted to talk about today in general. But
okay.
This is what it stemmed from, just so that you have some context. It's like, guys, like, what's going on, Jay? Like you said, it's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I understand that, I don't mind the powers being OP. What I mind is that they seem to just be conveniently counter to what the Soul Reapers are bringing. They just so happen to have another level. It was like, of course, there's always a power scale. There's always your base form. There's always that little power up, and then there's your actual form that that's not supposed to be used for until X amount of times. It's just
like with how the Arankars have their resurrections,
right? But it's like, hey, our power specifically fucks your shit up. But it's not like they're anti factions. They're one faction wasn't created as a counterforce to the other. They just don't get along because of ideology. So
yeah, now if
me where their powers are like this.
Yeah, now if you're referring to Hollows and Quincy's, that makes sense.
Because, yeah, by all means, yes, Hollows are going to get wrecked left and right. It's
front and center. Quincy's cannot handle being around Hollows. Hollows is basically the Quincy's main weakness.
right, but like they still overpower them though.
Oh
Like,
yeah, oh yeah, because they're
yeah,
strong as hell.
yeah, they're beating them left, right, and center because of the fact that they're like, I don't like how you make me feel. It's the
It,
biggest tantrum ever. It's like, ew, you make me feel icky. I'm going to kill you now. Like, the fuck? Like, oh my god, dude. I wish you were, like, the times that I wish we were still living together. Because when I watched that episode, I could hear your voice laughing.
yeah.
Because you knew exactly what I just witnessed.
Let's see. What was the last episode you watched? Just so I know for context,
Um,
because I know the
the
dubbed can be a little bit behind.
the other so Ichigo, Rukia, the others, the ones that were with Squad Zero, have made their appearance.
Okay. Okay, so I know where you're at.
Um, which brings
Oh,
me to my next thing. The fuck is wrong with the Soul Reapers? Why don't they know shit about shit?
yeah, I don't know. Like, and you think Myri would know more
It,
since he's
but
well,
it
you think he would.
you think, see, I don't know if it's even his fault. I'm starting to think that the way that it was like written out, it seems like they were gatekept of their own power system.
Yeah, true, because they weren't really like told everything about like their Zanpakutos and like just all that
They were
various
like,
other stuff.
"Hey, here's a thing. Oh, here's how to generally use this thing," and then it was like, "Okay, cool," and you're just like, "Oh, awesome!" Like
that name you were told. Yeah, that's a lie.
that too. Some of them, it's like, so you know how you're supposed to like bond with your Zanbakuto and like build this connection, and then they like tell you things. Um, well, some of them
They can be
won't tell you
assholes.
things,
Some of them can be little bitches.
or in some cases, they don't tell you everything, and it's just like, okay, I get it. Like, it's always been a worthy thing, and like being able to handle it, and they would know. I get it. But the fact that you didn't realize that there was another aspect that you didn't have access to because you weren't strong enough or you didn't fully understand. It's like having it's, oh my god, it was like when we started college, right? And they give us
Hmm.
the list for the textbooks, and they're like, hey, these are the textbooks you're going to need or whatever, right? But then there's one textbook that you like find out from like a previous student that it was like, hey, by the way, this textbook is actually a better version of the textbook that they tell us to use, and it makes everything make so much more sense, and you actually learn a lot more. That's what has been held from these guys with their Zanpakutos. They're like, here's the manual, but we have a better one, but we're
Right.
not going to give you that one.
And not just that, but it's like Squad Zero has like all this stuff up there that basically is meant to make people stronger.
Which, again, it's like that one seems more political, kind of like it's not necessarily meant for you. It's more of a like, if we need it, and you don't need it per se, because for the most part your
Yeah,
bare minimum has been taking care of what we needed to have you take care of, because
that's fair.
you basically got the grunt work, and so it was like, okay, cool. But
Yeah, but I feel like for the captains, like that would have been good for them, just because like how many threats start showing up after each go of them invaded the Soul Society. It's like, and they spent all this time training. It's like, how about we let them train like in the actual area that can really power them up quickly?
but again, that's like, hey, here's this manual, and this is here. There's a better one, but you don't need it. But we do. No, you don't.
Mhm.
But we do. No, you don't. And then there's so, I really do think there's like some more political shit like kind of underlying going on, that they really are just being used for the sake of just kind of like misdirection of something else that's going on, and
Well,
this is just like fuckery. But who
well,
knows?
I mean, at this point, like you know that there is the Soul King, and
Who's a
the
douche?
well, don't really want to say anything, um, because hopefully you explain later. Like, okay, I'm gonna add a little to this rant, but a little separate. Um, like I'm enjoying like how the animations that they've done for the fights, but the thing I'm bothered by is like it's small dialogue or just like things that made Bleach Bleach that they took out to make it more like serious and focused on like just like the dark tone of the season. But I'm just like, but you kind of need that lightheartedness or just like those moments to really like amplify the seriousness. Which I don't know if you felt it, but like with this second part, it's honestly exhausting. Like, cause it's just fight, 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 fight.
Yeah, it's fight, 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 but it's like I think I'm getting too hung up on the story just being just so inconsistent to its world again. And we've talked about this on the show before that inconsistency in its own world pisses me the fuck off.
Hmm.
There's it's perfectly fine to be like, "Hey, this always was like this and you had to earn your way to this knowledge." But there was, when that's the case, there's always someone that's confirming that that knowledge exists. It's always like the mentor character or like the mentor esque whoever entity or whatever is usually the one confirming that, hey, there is more knowledge for you to gain, you just need to work towards it. Bleach was like that. It was when they were introducing everything. When it's like, oh, here's your Zanpakuto. Okay, this is your weapon. This is your ride or die. There is a next level. Here is
I'm
that
on the next level.
level. Like, here's your Bankai. Like, this is the elevated state. And from there, it can increase and become, stronger, blah, 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 etc., based off of how you, further train from that. But for as all as we knew up to a certain point, that was it.
Yeah,
Your
like that was the peak of Soul
That was
Reaper.
the peak of Soul Reaper. Technically, it still is, but the extra parts to it were hidden, and seems like no one fucking knew. I would say maybe Ginryu did, like Old Man probably did.
Yeah, with how long he was alive, I'm pretty sure he would have figured it out.
But see, that's not fair because it's like he knows it because of old age, not because he was like, oh yeah, let me like train this whatever. I'm not saying he didn't train or whatever, but it was kind of a I've just been around long enough to sift through the BS to get the answer. Not that the answer has already been there and I've been searching for the right question. It's just, hey, here's a giant jumbled mess that seems to have been formed around me over the time that I've been living. And for the people, essentially for all intents and purposes, for the people I've worked for. And you're just like, cool. And I'm like, oh my God. It's like, what was another, like the one? Shield Hero, perfect example. When it's discovered, because this is like, episode, I want to say like, what, maybe halfway through? When what's his name? I can't remember. I'm so bad at names.
Who are
Shield.
we talking about? Oh, not for me.
Enough of me. When he figures out how their weapons actually work, that it's based off of their perception of the system. And it's like, oh, so because I didn't have a point of reference, I don't have that perception of the system in this fashion. So he didn't have those things. It wasn't that that was hidden from him. It was just he had the wrong, the perception of what it was just wrong. Not like they were the system was purposely hiding itself from him. It was just that he had a certain outlook of how things worked. You had
Yeah.
spear, you had shield, spear, sword, and bow all had relatively the
And sword.
same, and sword, and all the relatively same perceptions of the system. So it worked similarly for them amongst themselves. So it wasn't this weird
Yeah,
thing.
because they were also, for some reason, like with whatever world they were from, like they had a similar game or something. So
Right.
like
It
they're
existed
more
for them.
familiar with the system.
And so yeah, but there was no like hiding everything is or whatever. All of the knowledge that they needed was readily available. Granted, obviously now Fumi didn't get it because of other reasons, but it was there. This is the pinnacle of the information. This is all things that you are able to achieve once you reach it. Obviously, you
I
gotta
think
level up.
I still find it hilarious. I was just like, Naofumi didn't have any of this information and still managed to just
And
become OP.
still manage to be get but like and that's what I loved about it because he's working off of the grind for your gear like
Yeah,
original Destiny style. Like you didn't just get shit handed to you, you had
yeah,
to work for that shit, and that's
yeah,
what
which,
made you OP because you started learning stuff you didn't even fucking know about.
yeah, which is also like one of the good things about Shield Hero, like just how Naofumi went from literally nothing and that whole bitch scene to literally like how he grows throughout the series. Like I really liked how they did that. Obviously, second season was a bit, eh.
It was a bit wonky. It's necessary.
Yeah, I'm
It's
hope.
those weird intermediaries. Have you watched the
Yeah.
trailer for season 3?
Wait, did they release a trailer?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I need to check that out. I just know it was announced. Okay, I need to check out the trailer. But oh yeah, actually, since you brought up Destiny, um, uh, have you seen anything regarding like the most recent like glitch slash bug? I think I might have sent you something about it.
It's been all over the place of like how bad
Got it.
the thing is.
Yeah, like Bungie apparently released a patch. Well, okay. For any of those we're not aware, it's been all over everywhere, honestly. People found a glitch or bug, however you want to look at it, with the crafting system in Destiny that apparently has been around since the crafting system was introduced, just no one knew about it or even tried, where you have to basically set your frames to 30 frames per second and hover over a weapon you want to forge, and then as like the frame is starting to change, immediately move to like the next weapon. And the weapon that you ended up hovering over will get all the perks of the previous weapon you were hovering. So people were getting exotic perks onto legendary weapons and like other like weapons. Like what was it? It was like a grenade launcher that was basically shooting like a shotgun.
Or yeah, or a
Or
shotgun that was shooting like an auto rifle.
yeah. Oh god, I saw one. It was a freaking shotgun shooting like a sniper. Like that
A
one.
sniper
Oof.
shooting like a rocket.
Oh yeah.
That one was wild.
Right. But yeah, no, it's just like I appreciate that Bungie said like, hey, like just because people were having fun with it, similar to the whole Prometheus Lens weekend. That was a fun weekend. Um, like they're like, hey, we're not going to we're not going to roll it back or anything. We're just have fun with it, and we're going to patch it later. They tried patching it. It ended up not working. There's still bugs going. So yeah, so they're still trying to figure that out. I think a lot of crafted weapons ended up getting disabled because of the patch, which I mean makes sense. I mean they're technically illegal weapons. Um, and then you know how the Destiny has the whole Guardian rank system now. People were mad because Bungie basically said you can now no longer reach Guardian rank 11 this season because of this glitch. Because like basically it's like solo a dungeon or some hard ass shit.
Right, that everyone's like barreling through because they have this broken
They
thing. They
yeah,
can
because they
stay
can
mad because these are the type of people that don't understand the effort that actually goes into something
right.
and is
Like
willing to throw it out the window just for whatever.
yeah, it's like I understand if like if you wanted to do it like if you don't care about the ranks and just wanted to try to get some like loot or something like if say like you're trying to like get some armor pieces or maybe some weapons from a dungeon that you've been or the high level strikes the nightfalls like the grandmaster nightfalls or whatever it's like okay that's fine if like especially if you don't have a fire team to do it with but it's like yeah it's like don't complain if you can't get the guardian rank 11 it's just like yeah no it's like because of all of this like why would you complain
Yeah, I understand. Like there's probably the people who are like working on it legitimately that are upset,
yeah
but I don't feel like there's enough of those.
they're
I really
not
don't.
like like yeah, especially since yeah, because I'm pretty sure Guardian Rank 11 is one that is literally to solo a dungeon, and I'm just like, for those that do that, I salute you
Also,
because
how many dungeons can be soloed?
um, Shower Throne can be soloed. Um, I Pit of Heresy cannot be soloed, at least
Yeah,
from my
Pit can't.
understanding, because it
Um,
has the Annihilator totems.
and
Um,
the other one we did, the light
uh,
and dark one.
oh, Prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one can't be solo. Well, actually, potential solo. I'd have to do more research into it.
Well, because I thought
Um,
you didn't have enough time to clear. Like you can't. Mainly like the maze one. Like you can't clear everything and because isn't that you
if
didn't you
you
have to carry stuff
um trying to remember.
because you can't shoot and carry something at the same time so like
No,
you get
but
blown the
you
fuck up.
but you can drop shoot and then pick it up again.
Mm.
Like I'm pretty sure if you have the right builds, you can do it. Um, I obviously don't know the new dungeons that have come out because you have oh god, the I just refer to it as the cowboy dungeon because that's where you get the cowboy hat and the under the sea dungeon. I haven't done those because I don't have a fire team. Um, so I can't really say anything about those. I do like the armor sets from them though, specifically the under the sea one. But
To now be referred to as SpongeBob.
yes. Uh, Oryx is there. Uh, well, he's dead, but you know his body's there.
So
Okay,
that's
so
where he
good.
fell.
Yeah, like basically his body got caught by Titan's gravity. So he just fell into Titan's methane ocean.
Motion.
But yeah, no, it's like that dungeon. Honestly, from what I saw, it looks fun, and the armor set. I'm pretty sure I showed you it. It's like Taken King themed. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so
So after all of said ranting, it brings me to the general topic of villains dishing out and receiving levels of respect that just disrespect that just doesn't make any sense. Um, and I want to kick things off with every villain that Saitama has ever fought. Just
oh yeah,
don't they don't need that. Yes, they're monsters. They're trying to kill everybody, or whatever. But still, they don't need the disrespect that he gives them. Okay?
like he wasn't even trying to disrespect them. He was just punching.
That's what makes it worse. It's it's disrespect. Unintentional disrespect is the worst form of disrespect. Because there's one thing of being disrespectful, and I know you're being disrespectful. Then I was like, okay, that's your intentions are clear. It's like backhanded compliments. It's like you're attempting to do one thing, but the outcome is completely opposite. Or, those sayings that seem like they're nice, but in reality, they're not. They're like not even hiding the fact that they're insulting you. Um, and so, oh my god. The top one that came to mind was when he was fighting Sea King
Oh
And I
god.
use fight very loosely.
That 1 second just nuke.
Do you understand how disrespectful it is to be smacked around by Sea King, right, at a higher level? Like, so you all those A-listers,
Yeah, the A and
just
S ranks.
those A's and S that got smacked the fuck up, right? They gave it their all. They're off laying down, bitch. Everyone has like low hopes. Moo Man Rider's done his thing, and every person is just sitting there looking in awe and terror and brown pants.
Mhm.
And then you have Saitama come up, who is at this point the top rank C class,
Yeah.
and he comes and defeats it right in the
In the
first
blink of an
thing
eye.
out of the onlooker's mouth is the fact that his reputation doesn't match his power.
Yeah.
That is so like they didn't need to do Sea King like that. He just got demolished, right? And now in the limbo, in the fading in and out of consciousness that he may or may not have, he hears a motherfucker say, "Oh, he must have not been that bad if this guy could feed him in one punch." Are you shitting me? They have ignored the fact that they literally colored their pants a different color because Sea King has just evaporated the livelihoods of all of these other heroes prior, and you have the nerve to say that. Sea King didn't need that.
Right.
Sea King didn't need
No,
that.
he didn't.
If he wasn't already dead, I would have killed myself. Like, if I was Sea King, I would have killed myself. Like, if I was still, like, conscious and whatever, and it was just, like, the downed before you're out kind of deal, and, like, no, I wouldn't even attempt to come back in, like, a more powerful form, some shit, or whatever. No, like, that's it. Like, game over. No, didn't need that.
Now, what level of disrespect do you think it was with the Dinosaur King from One Punch Man going up against Tatsumaki Tornado?
I'm trying to remember that
L-
one.
Literally, he introduces himself as like the king of dinosaurs, and Tatsumaki's just like, "Fuck this!" Drops a meteor on his ass.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So,
Like she didn't even like she did not even like care.
now, okay, now I see. Right. Okay. That I would put that lower than Sea King
Yes.
because that isn't that's not disrespect in the classic cakes. That's disrespect by association. And the association is being apathy. Because she's so arrogant in her power that to her no one can stand up to her.
But it's the fact that she literally dropped a meteor on his head.
That was right. That was disrespectful in the sense of as the omniscient watchers that we are. And saying that that happened the same way in their world, yes, absolutely disrespectful. But out of apathy, not out of I'm going to kill you with the means of which you already have been killed.
Right.
Because it's not like because if she conjured a meteor, like she just manifested a meteor to drop on him, boom, totally. But she just like grabbed up the biggest thing out of the air, out of space, and just dropped it on him. Like
imagine if she did oh god, what was Heavenly Devastation that Pain does?
that. If she did that to him, disrespectful. That would have been disrespectful because you're like, hey, dinosaur, hey, meteor. Like, I'm going to make the thing.
I'm going to turn you into a meteor.
I'm going to make it right here. I'm not going to just grab it out of the sky because that's the biggest thing that I can drop on you and that will get rid of you. No, it's yeah. Like, I think apathy was the first part. Disrespect came second.
Yep. I'm trying to think of other fights that were on One Punch Man because the Boros fight wasn't really disrespectful. It was just more just like, hey, Boros is able to finally go all out.
Um, Boris.
It was
What?
even though Sayama wasn't even doing anything, it's like it was still a good fight.
Yeah. What was there was what was the other
Honestly,
show?
I feel like with that, the disrespect was more with like just Saitama having that like blank stare, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but he can't fix
Yeah,
that.
no, I know, because I mean it's Saitama.
Um, what was it? Who? It was. I'm trying to remember the show. It's an older one, and it was just like, yo, we didn't need this. Oh, let me check my notes. See. Oh, my phone's not with me.
Yeah. Well, what else is new?
Facts. Where's the lie? Oh, Fooly Cooley, because Nightwolf brought this
Oh,
up, right? So I get it. And for
that's
those
a
who don't
title I
know,
haven't
Nightwolf
heard
is my
in a
dad.
long time.
So Nightwolf
That show was a
texted me
trip.
at work saying, "Hey, do you know what FLCL is?" And I was like, "The fuck are you asking me about Fooly Cooley?" First off, how the fuck do you know about Fooly Cooley? Because that's like that was before we like started watching anime together. So like that's one of those
Yeah.
like in the depths things. Secondly,
It's also
um,
one that it's like you have to know it
right,
because
it's like Fight Club. You don't talk about it.
yeah, because like God, Fully Cooley. For those listening, like if you know Fully Cooley, you know how much of a trip that anime was. Like, good God.
Yeah, and so it's like so apparently on is it age? Hold on, let me check. Um,
HBO?
yes, on Max, they made a prequel.
I'm sorry, what?
So they made a
what?
prequel to Fooly
What is this?
Cooley.
I okay.
It's called
I
like it's like Fooly Cooley, and then it's like something else. There's like another name like
progressive.
okay, there you go.
What? Okay, well, Progressive is the movie.
No, yeah, this is check the one that's on Max. Let me
Okay.
see if I can open this Max.
There's, yeah. I need to see what the frick this is.
Uh,
Cooley. Oh, hi, Harry.
yo, what is
Uh,
it?
what's funny is that on HBO, like they have Harry right next to Guy Fieri.
Uh, FLCL Grunge.
Grunge.
That is the Fooly Cooley prequel that they have made. Um, so so he was talking about that, and then so that's what reminded me of the iconic scene of her pulling her guitar out of this motherfucker's forehead.
Yep. That was
This man is already having the hardest time to keep a grip on what he can call reality. And you are like, hey,
reality's gone.
come here and rip a thing out of his head. No, disrespectful. I was barely holding it together, and this is what you do to me? Fuck you.
Wait, hang on. I need to send. I'm watching the trailer, and this freaking thing popped up.
It's yeah, yeah.
freaking narwhal unicorn.
Narwhal swimming in the ocean.
I never understood this freaking kid's forehead.
Um, so is it Mortal Kombat I haven't seen yet? This looks like a Mortal Kombat I haven't seen yet. It is a Mortal Kombat I haven't seen yet. All right, I know what I'm watching. And so yeah, so that one is just A grade disrespectful. Wait, have I seen both of these? See, this is why I can't be going on other platforms because I'd be seeing stuff that I need to watch, and then it's just adding to the list of things that I can't fucking watch. Oh, we can watch the terrible movie that was The Flash for free. I was gonna go spend $1 to watch it. Yay me. Um. Oh my god. Oh, what was it? Did you ever see Green Lantern Emerald Knights?
Emerald Knights. Give me a quick synopsis.
So Emerald Knights is basically Hal telling a new Lantern stories of like renown of like the Lantern Corps, like kind of like just kind of a swearing into the core kind of deal.
Um, I don't think I've seen that one. The last one I saw was um because Hal got infected by the parallax parasite.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was the last one I saw.
That
Yeah,
was
but
really good. That was disrespect. That whole thing is disrespectful because the whole movie is just one giant plot,
yeah, no, like
like
they did
evil plot. Like he just, hey, you're doing all this, comes of up. That's cute. Oh, you're doing this. That's cute. You. Oh my god, so good. Definitely recommend if you haven't watched that. Watch that.
yeah, no, yeah,
Just
no,
plot.
yeah, right. It's like I rarely watch DC movies, but it's like that one I sat down and watched
uh,
because
yes.
like especially when like it's a good Green Lantern movie, like it's gonna be good.
Yeah. But
Because
see,
like
this thing, DC's animated movie universe, perfect.
yeah, like they should just stick with animated.
Um, like all of them, fantastic. And so in Emerald Knights, there is a story about Mogo,
I'll
and Mogo is a giant planet, not a baby planet, humongous planet, and
I forget if they ever explained how he became a Green Lantern.
um, he's sentient and he was worthy, so he became a lantern, just like any other people become a lantern.
Like,
Um,
could you imagine like just like the ring showing up as like, hey, there's someone worthy. It's like, wait, where are they? I'm here. Who's here? I'm the planet, bitch.
that was the other guy. That was Mufungo or whatever. So like, long story
Funko.
short,
Mufasa.
he's like a warrior who's like going out and like trying to beat all of them, all of like the strongest
Hmm.
warriors around. And someone tells him about no matter if you beat whoever you beat, you'll never be number one because you can't beat the strongest being out there, and it's Mogo. Like you can't beat Mogo. And
Yeah.
so he goes and like he goes and hunts him down, and he finds Mogo, right? So he's thinking it's this motherfucker on the planet. So he's doing all his shit, whatever, right? He's putting out drones, hunting him down, whatever. And Mogo literally just wipes it all out with an energy pulse. He's like, I know you're looking for me, so I'm gonna show you I'm what you're looking for, but also break all your shit.
Yeah.
Disrespectful. And he's a fucking planet.
Yeah. Don't mess with Mogo.
Don't mess with Mogo. He has nothing to do besides defend his sector, which is his solar system that he
Yeah.
is the planet of. Um,
Like honestly, he's probably the best defender.
oh no, he absolutely is. Like he was like,
Just
but
like,
yeah.
could you imagine, like, just some like random like space pirates end up like coming to his system and like all of a sudden just see a planet with a Green Lantern symbol coming at them?
Oh no, like it's
That would be
terrifying.
like I'd be like, I am never coming back here.
The only thing
Goodbye.
more terrifying that would be is like when we were talking about our like if they were villains thing is
Oh
if
God.
Mogo was a like an angry planet. Like
Like
if
I
he just decided that all of you fuckers who keep coming, like he's just had enough of you and he's pissed and he become a red lantern.
yeah. Oh God.
Game the fuck over.
All the volcanoes. Like I feel like at that stage, like he would basically be Star Lord's dad.
E-
I forget his
ego.
Igor.
Ego.
Yeah, I feel
Um
like it'd be like on that stage,
I
just more aggressive.
I well technically ego would be stronger because he's a celestial. and they're like Galactus. So he's definitely fighting him and winning that, but Mogo is definitely giving him a headache.
Oh yeah.
For a fucking fact. Giving him the biggest of headaches. Like Mantis wouldn't even be able to calm that.
Mantis would freaking have an aneurysm.
Yeah, no, Mantis would feel that one left, right, and upwards. Um, what's another one? Did you see the movie Push?
Push, 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 push. It sounds familiar. Let me see. Push movie. 2009. Okay, I think I have seen this. It's just been I don't remember that much that well.
All right. Well, you don't have to remember too much. All it is that there's a line where one of the characters basically says, "Don't feel bad that you lost because she's beaten people better than you."
Oh damn!
I couldn't hear it. You could not tell me that kind of shit.
It's like you couldn't keep this to yourself.
You like what? There is no way. That is so disrespectful. Don't beat yourself up. You didn't stand a chance. The fuck? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Okay, I remember. I watched this because it reminded me of Jumper.
Also, that was another perfect example of disrespect, but not from the villain side. This was disrespect that got dealt to the villain when he literally was in that 1v1 fight, and then he just drops him in the middle of nowhere, and then dips.
Right.
And the motherfucker was just standing there like, this bitch.
Like dropped him off in like a cave, like in the middle of the desert.
In the middle of the desert, just all he could just do is stand there with the face of this bitch.
It's like he really just did this.
He really just did this. Yeah, that's what it is. That's all you can do is that this just happened, and now I have to accept it. I just have to accept it. Another one. Red with Bruce Willis.
Red with Bruce Willis. That one was not coming to me as quickly. Let's see. Wait, why am... Okay, I have seen this one.
All right. So, how much of it do you remember?
Very little, honestly.
All right. So, hilariously enough, Mythbusters ended up doing an episode about this. So, there's a scene where there's an individual with an RPG, and they shoot it at our protagonist, if you will,
Mr. Bruce.
And one of not Bruce specifically, but he was in the area, and it was John Malkovich's character. Okay. Squares up with this bitch with like the magnum of all magnum looking guns. I don't know. I'm not a gun guy. I'm sorry.
Deagle?
Couldn't tell you. I have no idea. All I know is that it was a big ass bullet that matched the detonator part of the RPG and blew it up. Said user. Obviously, it can't be done that way, but like that's what happened. It was just like, hey, fuck you. And it was in revenge. In his defense, it was in revenge. She said some slick shit that he didn't let fly.
As you shouldn't.
And so he blew her up. But it was still disrespectful, though.
Honestly, I'm surprised. Like, have you watched these movies recently? Because, like...
Yes.
Okay,
I watched Red, like, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, because, like, I literally... It's been years since I've last seen any of these movies. That's why
Um,
like they're so
Emerald
like
Knights, no, it's like no, but a lot of, but like like movies
well
is
like
kind of my
like
thing. So as soon as I look
well
at them, I
yeah
remember everything,
well yeah
most
because
of
like
it.
yeah like for that I'd have to see the movie at least 2 to 3 times for it to like really get stuck in my head.
Oh, I've seen
Because
Red like 24. I've
that's probably fine. Yeah, because I've only seen Red once. I saw Push once. Jumper I've seen a couple times.
seen
Also
Jumper like
because
7.
yeah, out of those three, Jumper I've seen the most. Also because I also got played on TV
Uh, I
quite a
had a
bit.
copy of Push, like on like a digital copy,
Oh
so it
wow.
was just available to me all the time. Um, I just dropped the other movie I was gonna say that was just disrespectful. Oh man, I can't remember. I just had it and then I blinked. It might come back to me. I don't
Do, 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 do,
know.
do,
I
do.
don't. Damn. Yeah. Okay, I think that one's gone. I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember that one.
Eh,
Let's see.
the
Do we have one
suspense.
more? What's another one that was just like, okay, guys,
I
you didn't
mean,
have to do them like that.
technically it wasn't disrespect to the villain, but to the hero again. Going back to the earlier topic of Bleach with Aizen and Ichigo.
Oh yeah, hella. That was disrespect on both sides. Cause like up
Yeah,
to that point, he was just beating around. He was just like, you ain't shit. Like the fact that you think you're hot shit is just an illusion because I'm that much stronger than you. Like the amount of shit talk that came out of Aizen's mouth was ridiculous.
yeah, and plus then you have their original encounter,
Yep.
stopping the theme song.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going, guys?
Like, like honestly, it's like after you just got fighting all these different captains, and then this random guy you just saw stops your Bankai with a single finger,
Yeah.
and then proceeded to almost cut you perfectly in half.
Whoops.
It's just
Um,
like, what?
yeah, no, freaking ridiculous. Trying to.
I think of any like really good disrespects in shows. Uh, yeah, I specifically trying to think of something that's supernatural because God, that's a show I never actually
That
finished.
is a show.
Uh, oh God, were there any good disrespects in Warehouse 13?
um, I yes, yeah, okay, yes. So when I can't remember her name, let me pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, no, you don't get me a line.
Where is she? Where is she? What's her character's name? Oh, Claudia. When Claudia first got introduced, who was the hacker, and she hacked in and had freaking Artie running around in circles. Disrespectful. Didn't need to do him like that. Did not need to do him like that. Completely unnecessary.
Yeah. Oh God, Warehouse 13 was such a good show.
Just unnecessary. Let's see. Well, I know there's more. Um, oh, when um, when Micah got whammied
Mika?
and she ended up like pregnant, and they were trying to figure it out, and they
Oh
just
God,
outed our boy Pete. He didn't need that disrespect. He
it's
did.
like
He didn't need to
he did it.
face his feelings like that in public. He didn't need to. You didn't need to do him like that. Yes, yes, he needed to face his feelings for
But not
Micah,
like that.
but he didn't need it like that. You didn't need to do him like that. The villain was plot. You did.
Villain was
The
blonde.
villain was what? Okay, he's already like back and forth with the whole idea that whoever he ends up with, he gets to tell the secret, right? but he's like he's having this internal turmoil, and then he has his partner who he cares about deeply because again they've been through some shit, and they're ride and die, and who hasn't imagined a life with their best friend? I guess not you, but like Sacred has.
Oh, I know. I know he has.
And so that's what he did. He imagined what a life would be like, and she would be like, she would be a great mother, like we would be awesome parents. And he accidentally manifested it. So like, but he didn't need to face it out loud. You didn't need to yell at him like that. No one was actually yelling at him in this episode, but like you didn't need to yell at him like
with
that.
a megaphone.
Like, that was not necessary.
Like that is basically how you just get guys to just like close in and just disappear.
Yeah, no, that definitely was I wish I was smaller than the smallest thing ever.
I wish I was smaller than a water bear.
And I wish I was smaller than the smallest thing and then 10 times smaller than that.
It goes to the quantum realm.
And then maybe get smaller. I need to be in the quantum realm.
Oh god. How would that work?
I don't know, but I feel as did you ever watch Defiance?
Let me look up a quick image, because names are terrible for me. Let's go there though. Oh, this looks very familiar. I don't remember. I don't. Okay, I think I tried watching it, but I don't know. Why did I not continue the show? I can't remember why. When did it run? I need to check that. 2013. I'm trying to think what that
should have been graduation time for you.
Yeah. That might have been why. Yeah, April 13th. So I think I started when I was still at home, but then once I went to UCF, I just stopped. So I think that's why.
The whole thing is just one phenomenal thing of just disrespect left and right, because the whole show is basically like, hey, this is what happens when you basically have the Old West and like a post-apocalyptic like kind of like world, right? So you got all these aliens, and then like you have like the human like lawkeeper kind of deal, and there's like shit going left, right, and the third, right? So his daughter is one of the races that's known for like being like kind of like, I wouldn't say feral, but they're very like animalistic hunters, and they're very like more in tune with like their instinctual like habits of their race or whatever, is his adopted daughter, right? And typically her race doesn't really like mix with humans per se, and so like someone asked like, how are you like, because obviously it was like, oh, that's like he was like, oh, that's my daughter, it's like whatever, right? And she was like, well, how did that happen? She just straight up looks this bitch in the face. It was like, oh, he killed my parents.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
That was how she got adopted by homie. Yes, there's a reason behind it, but I'm not going to say it. Like, that's a crucial piece of information from the show. But yeah, just says it. Yeah, that's why. And then goes about like nothing happened.
It's like, oh, okay. It's like, you might have moved on, but for new people, it's just
right.
Like,
yeah.
what?
No. Like, what? Yeah. No. It was freaking wild. It was all of it.
I also find it interesting how like sci-fi at this time, like the styling of how they did their shows, like most of their shows were basically the same. But
To what
by
else
that I
was going
mean
on?
just like, well, by that I mean like how like the lighting is and all that.
Oh
Because
well,
like
yeah, because it was this. I feel like a lot of it was like the same studio
probably,
when they like rebranded, but
yeah, because like just looking at the poster it gives me a Stargate Universe vibes.
oh, yeah, but Stargate Universe didn't suck. I
Yeah,
mean, Defiance didn't suck because Stargate Universe did.
yeah.
Like absolutely atrocious. Um, but yeah, so we are going to wrap it up there because any more topics will go past our designated time, and I'm pretty sure isn't it Baldur's Gate Day for you guys? Um,
Yep.
so
Yep. If anyone's playing Baldur's Gate, let us know in the comments how it is going for you guys and what kind of class slash character did you make.
what kind of shenanigans? Tell us your shenanigans. Let us
That is
know.
the assignment for this
That
week.
is your homework. Hit me up in the DMs on Instagram or on our Reddit page, or drop a comment on
A
the
comic.
drop. Yeah, if you're talented enough, drop a comic on the comment section. Also, if you are a Patreon member, then you are more than welcome to reach out directly there. And
Yeah, for
also,
those
if you're a
curious,
Patreon member, that means you have access to Discord. You can let us know there.
yeah, but for those curious, I am going as a Dragonborn Paladin. I
Again.
was a barb I yeah, I was a barbarian for a little bit, but I'm just like, yeah, one of my party members is a dumbass, so I gotta be more supportive.
Um, so that is always the case. There will always be that. Again, we thank you for supporting the show and the fun that we have here. We will either see you on the subscriber episode or we'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your week, whatever day it is that you're doing this. Stay hydrated and stay alive.
Yeah, the last one more than the others. That is number one priority. Stay alive.
Stay alive.
This
Um,
world's be crazy.
until next time, bye.
Bye bye.